What's going on, guys and girls? We're here playing some more Metal Gear Solid 5 The Phantom Pain, and in this video I'm going to be showing you how to complete all the mission tasks for mission 35, which is called Cursed Legacy. So on this mission we're going to be trying to do it pretty stealthily. In fact, we're actually going to try and get the perfect stealth, so that's the gear that I'm going to use. I'm going to use D-Dog and a vehicle. The Jeep is just basically for the start of the mission, just to get me from a couple of places, and then we'll do the rest of the mission without the Jeep. We'll just be running around inside the area. And there are 6 mission tasks for this mission, so just as we're being heli lifted in, I'm going to show you some of the locations of the kind of ones that are not on the main mission sort of area. So as you just saw as we went past there were some common crows flying around. Those are the common crows that will be near the rough diamonds. So this is the location of the rough diamonds that you're going to find. So the common crows are just kind of circling around the top of the diamonds, so they're pretty easy to find once you actually know what to look for. And then the other location I just showed you was the location of the intel file and the commander of the Zero Risk Security Force guarding the mansion. So what we're going to do first is we're obviously going to go and get the diamonds because they are the closest thing to us, and then we're going to head over to the mansion and get the intel file and the commander. So just as you're going through here, try not to flip your vehicle like I did. It doesn't really matter if you do, as long as you don't flip it all the way over and you can't use it again. So hopefully you guys didn't do that. It's not that hard to do, but try not to do it. And as we just go across here, you'll see that we just want to go up this little ramp here, and you'll land right next to the diamonds. There are some African wild dogs around here. I think they're African wild dogs just around here. They don't seem to attack you if you have, I don't know if it's because I've got D-Dog or if I'm near a vehicle, that they don't seem to attack you. But if you look straight up, you'll also see the common ravens circling around, and that's how you know where exactly to find the diamonds. And they're just sitting there on the ground. So now that we've got the diamonds, we can head over to the mansion, and the commander and the intel file are in the same room, so it's not too hard to get into that room. The problem is trying to do it without being spotted, and so that is where I've learned a couple of tricks during my attempts at this mission to be able to get this pretty easily. So the first thing we're going to do is we're just going to jump out of a Jeep right there so that we can get over to this angle, and so that the soldiers on the outside don't see us. And we are just going to wait for, there are 3 soldiers coming down the stairwell just inside the room. And we're just going to wait for them to get to a certain point so that when we shoot this guy, he is eventually going to fall asleep right when they walk past the doorway, because you want them as close to the doorway as possible. Then what we want to do is we just want to give them a little bit of time, and then we're just going to shoot a bullet right there. These are the tranq bullets, and that will warn this guy that there's something behind him, and then he will actually go and look for this guy and see, oh my goodness, my mate has fallen over. And what we're going to do now is we're going to just wait for him to start waking him up, and then we're going to throw a sleep grenade, and that is going to actually put every single one of those guys to sleep. You do have to be careful that you get every single one. If you don't get every single one, then a whole lot of everyone else around the mansion will go on to like kind of an alert status, and that will change their positions and stuff. So if you don't get the alert status, then you should have the same positions that I have at this playthrough. And then what we're doing is we're just going to climb up here so we can get into the second story. The alert that they just talked about there, the special alert, they always say that, so you don't have to worry about that one. And then we want to do is get through this door, and there will be a few guards. So this is behind this door is the room that has the intel file and the commander. They are both in the first floor, and we're on the second floor. And what we want to do is we just want to wait for this guard that's up here to start walking around so that we can get rid of him very silently and all that sort of stuff. You could probably do this a bit quicker and then lose the perfect stealth and the, what's the other one? The no reflexes if you wanted to, and you might still be able to get S rank. And especially if you don't care about the S rank, you've already got the S rank in this mission, then you don't have to worry about doing it like I am here. I'm just trying to do it so that we get it perfect stealth and all that sort of stuff, so we can get the S rank, and it just makes it a little bit easier because no one knows we're here, so it just makes it easier to get through certain parts of the mission. So as this guy just comes around, what we want to do is we just want to grab him. So you just grab him, and then we're just going to choke him out so that we can get rid of him very quietly and silently. And once he's fallen asleep, Then what we're going to do is we're just going to walk around here, and we'll make sure to sneak. If you just are walking around, the commander below might hear you, and then he might call in an alert status or something like that. You don't want that to happen, so we're just going to jump down there. He will not hear you if you just jump down, and we're just going to tranquilize him right there. That is totally fine to do, and then we're just going to read the intel file, so we get that mission task as well. So I'm just going to show you the exact location of that, so in case you guys don't know exactly where that is. And we're just going to read the intel file. It is like a cinematic, so you can skip it after a certain point. And then we're just going to pick up the commander. So we don't want to extract him right here because that will alert the guys outside. Because remember, if you extract someone that is within 30 meters of another soldier, then the soldier will hear it, and then he will go and investigate, or he will alert people saying there's something weird, I'm going to go and investigate kind of thing. And so you don't want that to happen, so what we're going to do is we're just going to stake him out here, and we're going to take him to a place where we can extract him, where we're more than 30 meters away from anyone who is still awake and not knocked out or anything like that. So we're just going to drop him down here, so as you can see there's no one around that is within 30 meters, and then we're going to extract him, and that will give us that mission task for extracting the commander of the Zero Risk Security Force. So now we just have to get to the containers, and there are a few guards around the area. So what we're going to do is we're going to trank the guys that we can. So trank them in the legs, the ones that don't have the riot suits on. The ones with the riot suits on, we're just going to use a decoy. If you throw a decoy really close to them, you can actually just activate it, and it will stun them. So it will knock them out when you activate it, because it will pop up and knock them over and knock them out. And we're just going to make sure we get this other guy, and it's also going to distract this guy. He's thinking that's me right there, the decoy, and we're going to tranquilize him so that we can get past without anyone spotting us. You also have to look out for the guards just up there. You could trank them if you wanted to. I decided to just sneak past because you are far enough away that if you're just crouching they won't see you, but if you do try and run past they probably will see you. That is within their sight distance. Now there are a couple of guards coming across the bridge just there, so we're just going to trank them, and we're not going to get headshots because they have got helmets on, and so we're just going to hit them in the legs or in the butt right there, and that will make them fall asleep very quickly with this sniper rifle, tranquilizer sniper rifle. So now once we are far enough away from the guards at the mansion, we're just going to move this way and we can just run, so we don't have to worry about them spotting us. And there are a bunch of guards over here. These guys all have riot suits on within this area, so we're just going to keep using the same tactic I used before with the decoys, and just throw them and activate them when they are really close to them. So if you don't know how to throw that far, what you want to do is you just want to hold down the throw button and just a little bit longer, and that will allow you to throw it a lot further than you usually can. That was something that I didn't know for quite a while through this game, and then once I just figured it out, and I was like, oh my goodness, that could have been so helpful in the earlier missions or anything like that. So I'm just letting you guys know that, just in case someone doesn't know about that. And we're just going to get this guy like that, and we're just going to keep moving along and getting as many of these guys the same way. You do have to watch out for anyone spotting the decoy, because they will see the decoy and they'll be like, oh, there may be someone over there, let's go investigate. They usually won't call in a alert. They'll go and investigate it first, and then they'll shoot it or touch it, and we'll be like, what the heck is this? This guy, we're just not going to get it quite right. We're going to actually miss him a couple of times, so we're just going to throw this out there, and we're going to knock him all over. That was so good. And then we're going to get this guy. He is alerted. He saw one of the decoys, and he's like, oh, who's that over there? And we're not going to get him quite on the single try, just like some of the other ones, and we're just going to have to try a couple of times to get this guy, because sometimes my aim's not as good as it should be. So once we've got him, we can just move on to the next guy, and I think I CQC the next guy. You don't have to worry too much about him. You can just go around CQCing these guys, and you know, you might get a less time within the game, and then you get the S rank easier because you spend less time within the mission. But you can also may not get it because you don't have enough points, because you don't get the perfect stealth and all that sort of stuff. So here is one of the containers you have to extract. There are 2 containers you have to extract. So once we've extracted this one, we can head to the second one. And on the second one, we're actually going to ride it out of the area, and that will actually give us the last task that we need. So we've got 2 tasks left to get. One is to extract the second container, and the other one is to get ride a container out of the mission area. So once we get over here, there are 4 more guards to get. We are going to swap to our stun arm because this is so much easier to get rid of these 4 guys. They are all within 40 meters of each other, so all you need to do is sneak down here without being spotted, and then just start your stun arm. Just watch out for, there's a branch over here that will actually stop me from continuing charging it. If you fall or hit something, then the stun arm stops charging, so just watch out for anything like that. And as you can see, they're all within 40 meters of me, so I can actually get them all with one shot. And that is all of them down, and we don't have to worry about them. Now we can just go over to the Fulton, or to the container, and then jump on top of it. And then we can just Fulton extract it while we're on top and ride it out of here. And so that is the location of the second container. And remember, as you can see, these are all the mission tasks you need to complete. And when you are Fultoning out and trying to ride it out, what you just need to do is just continue holding the Fulton button, extraction button, and you will end up leaving the mission with the container. So that's all we have to do for this mission. As you can see, we're just waiting for the score screen to show exactly what score I got. So in this one, I got 158,000 points. You only need 130,000 points to get an S rank. So I easily get the S rank, mainly because of the fact that I got the perfect stealth and all that sort of stuff, and no reflexes. So that's all I'm going to do for this video. So thank you guys for watching. Hope you've enjoyed it. Hopefully you guys have now got all the mission tasks for this mission and some of the ones before it. And now it's time for me to say see you guys and girls, and hopefully see you in the next video.